Everyone, today I'm gonna pull apart or take apart this fake or knockoff lightsaber made in China. My son bought this some time ago. I don't know, 6 months ago. Paid a couple bucks for it at some fair. He had it, played with it. You know, it's a knockoff. It's got an on-off button, and then it glows and whatever color you get and so forth. Problem is, so it, as kids often do, they leave it on, the batteries run down, and he dug it out and decided he wanted to replace the batteries. I have a little screwdriver set I bought for him. He took it out, replaced them, put them in. Everything's working great. Then he came back a couple minutes later and said, "Dad, this thing's not working and it's smoking." And it was indeed smoking from about in this area, and you could smell it. So I said, "Well, you turn it off?" And he's like, "No." Or he's like, "Yeah, I tried, and no, it wouldn't turn off." So I quickly took it open and took the batteries out, and that stopped the smoking. So I'm gonna throw this away, but I decided to take a page, I guess, out of Big Clive and take it apart. So I'm going to do that real quick and see what's in it. I'm kind of curious to see how this thing's actually made. You know, it's got a switch and batteries and battery door, but as for the rest, I don't know. And then I know there's a filament that's in it, of course. You know, that's what lights up, but as to why it's started messing up, I don't know. Of course, moral of the story is probably don't buy a piece of junk from a fair or wherever my son bought it. I can't remember, because it's yeah, probably dangerous. And in fact, in this case, it's clearly dangerous. So there were 4 screws. I took them apart, and there it is. Let's see. So here's the switch, and let's see here. Take a look at some of this stuff. There's some kind of, that's the battery. So there's 2, takes AAAs, so there's 2 batteries here, plus. So plus is here, minus is here. Green for ground, they at least have the color wired right, and that's red for that, and then a switch. Well, alright, so I'm not seeing anything else. Let me look, see if I see anything else for a minute. I'm not seeing. I might even hook this thing up with some power. Some interest. Ooh, well, that's not good. I was just trying to pull this wire, and if you can tell, the sheathing, yeah, the sheathing just kind of came off in my hand, or as I was pulling off very gently. Okay, well, that's not good. And on top of that, there's a pin there, and they ran it right through the pin. There's a white wire. I'm probably going to pull this thing apart in a second. The terminals are soldered here and here to the green wire and the red wire. This white wire goes from the switch into here. So let's see here. Let's see if we can get this thing out. And I wonder, yeah, there's going to be, alright, I wonder if I can, oh, there it is. Okay. Now, fancy this. So this is probably what keeps it on. In fact, I could probably go and take all the electronics out and give it back to him, and it would be quite safe because there would be nothing in it that would catch on fire. Alright, so this thing is stuck in here. What is it? Is it crimped? Oh, there's some kind of spring or something in there holding it. There's a spring, it looks like. Well, I don't know. Let me look in there some more, see if I can see. Oh yeah, there's an element in a spring, and wow, they would really do that? Almost reminds me kind of like of a heating element, if you will. I wonder if I can get it out without breaking the terminals. There it is. Yeah, there you go. That's what's inside this thing. I'm assuming it's some kind of strip of LEDs. Yep. Whole bunch of LEDs. And then one, is that a resistor? No. No resistor. Wow. Still not sure what was burning though. This thing crossed up. This seems to me to be just horrid as a design. I mean, so, you can tell as I pulled it out, it was stuck in this plastic sheathing, right? And it's just a whole bunch of LEDs. They're not soldered, so it looks like, yeah, they're spot welded. Let's see if I can, hang on, let me zoom in a bit here so you can see, and then let me try to focus some. Hang on a second. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, so you can tell there are LEDs all along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 LEDs. And they have these two little wires on either side, and they're spot welded on each one, all the way to the end. And then the wires are soldered here, these two contacts, the white, and then the white goes directly from the switch to one end of this, and then the green goes to the other end. And the switch is, it's a simple mushy toggle switch. What I'm not seeing, well, I'd have to, let's see, if I'm going to draw this, let's get a notepad out real quick. So we've got, I'll zoom out a bit again. Sorry about that. Then focus a bit. So what we've got is, you've got 3 cells coming out, positive, negative, and then goes into a switch, which is just a toggle switch, and then this goes to one end and this goes to the other end of this long series of LEDs going across. That's a terrible way to draw it. And then there's 19 of them. And that's it. I can't find, I'm not finding anything else in here, not even a resistor. So, yeah. And if I remember right, I wonder, hang on a second. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna stop for a second. I'll be right back. Hey, so I was gonna try to hook up and run some power through it just to see, but it in my little dinky power supply, but this wire, which is the green ground coming from the negative of the battery contacts, this is what was going, where I pulled off the insulation, it just finished disintegrating. So, part of the problem is I think these wires they're just poor. Now, what I am going to try to do, potentially, and you can even see it melted right through. There's nothing there. So what I am going to try to do is, this is probably a little wee bit dangerous, but if I do it right, I should be okay. Hook up one end of this side and then one end of this side. Now I've only got, this thing expects 4.5 volts, but I've only got 3.3 and 5, so I'm not going to run 5 through it because that's going to be too much. But let's see what happens if we do it. No, we're not getting anything. So something else might be dead on it. May not be the only thing that's gone. Or I may have a bad contact. Hang on, let me check on something. Alright, so I'm poked around a bit more. There's something off. I was trying to at least see if I could get enough voltage through here to drive these LEDs, and the answer is no. So I don't know if they've been burned out by whatever was causing the problem. It's possible, or something else could be wrong. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know, it's pretty much just some cells and a switch and 19 LEDs, and yeah, that's about it. And some really crappy wiring that, quite frankly, I don't see how. You know, they sell these to kids. And all right, I'm back. I tried to hook up some more power and test more, and this just burned out in no time. This wire going from the negative battery contact to the switch, and that was the failure point where I pulled the insulation off. That's where it was failing. This wire is so thin. I mean, I don't even know if it's 22 gauge. I mean, it's pretty small. It doesn't matter anyway. It's pretty crappy. And surprisingly, you know, I was thinking about it like, okay, so, you know, kids are going to have these things and they're going to whack them and all that. So you've got this, you know, the LEDs fit in this plastic sheath, right? And then that fits inside the main body of the sword or saber or what have you. So you've got this thing, and it's like, all right, well, fair enough. And you know, it's not too bad, but yeah, this design, I mean, this is fine. I would really like to see much better wiring and a much better connection here and all that. It's not really terrible, but I mean, it was smoking, and maybe this is kind of, I guess in their way, it's sort of a fuse, because a wire like this is going to burn through really quick. But I don't. Yeah, I'm concerned about this, and I'm guessing resistance-wise, since they had no resistors across this, I'm guessing they were really counting on the resistance of all the wires and these lines to help control the voltages going through the LEDs, and maybe the number of LEDs themselves all contributes. I'm going to go and do some math and figure out roughly what this is, and I'm also going to pull all these apart, see what still works. I mean, it should actually, there shouldn't be anything wrong, and yeah, and just see how that goes. And if I might add on something if I see anything particular of any interest. Anyway, that's it. Thanks everybody. One more addition. I was taking all the pieces out. I noticed this is where it was burning right here. This wire, I guess, was getting hot, and it was up against this plastic and it was melting it. So yeah, that's the problem with that. Anyway, that's all. Thanks. Hey y'all. Okay, so I messed around with this some more, and I guess I just wasn't hooking things up earlier just right. So I'm running it through. It's about 5 volts. So they're probably being a little overdriven, but yeah, that's what you get. Nice, lots of blue LEDs. This one seems to be dead. Yeah, and that's probably killing them pretty quick. So anyway, that's about it.